Alrighty, what am I playing today? How about Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09 Ultra? Damn, that's 7 words and over 25 letters. You know what? I don't have time for all these titles and complex gameplay. I have a job to be at in 20 minutes. That's right, guys. I work as a judge and have a trial later today. Some guy got stabbed or something, I don't know. So I need something that'll get the point across immediately. I got it!
Nintendo in the early 80s was a very different company than it was today. Back then, they didn't have all these different series and consoles. They had a few arcade games and the Game & Watch, which were successful, no doubt, but no sales breakers. That all changed with the NES. This thing revolutionized gaming as we know it because it actually had lengthy experiences on it, and not just simple one-and-done games like Atari mostly had. But you see, the NES didn't start out with immediate bestsellers. No. It had the 8th best-selling game of all time. And 15 other games, but who cares about those, am I right? The Black Box NES games, as they are commonly called, are the name for early NES games that were made by Nintendo, usually identifiable by the black template the art follows. These were pretty much just early NES games, but to show the power of the NES, which is really obvious if you look at the box art, because they got nothing to hide. This was just a marketing tactic to show that you're not getting like catfish like early Atari games. You know, the ones with the really high quality box art, and then the actual game is 5 pixels. There are actually sub-series inside of the main Black Box NES series. There are the arcade classics, which are just ports of Nintendo published arcade games, and the password packs, which make you just type in a mile-long password. Don't forget to decipher O's and zeros, guys, or just leave it for later. You figure it out. Now, despite being very forgettable and almost worthless, I feel this sort of connection to these games. Again, I'm not going to deny that they're almost worthless nowadays, but seeing that without these, I wouldn't have all this. I have a respect for them in a way. So enough yapping, let's take a look at a few of these games. Starting with... the fuck is this about again? Pinball. Simple enough. Just your average pinball game with A and B as right flipper and D-pad as the left flipper. Due to hardware limitations and being an early NES game, the board is split into 2 screens with absolutely no time to prepare for the ball to come down. The board itself has a few secrets to it, as any pinball game should. Get the ball in this corner here, and these penguins turn into a slot machine. Poor guys. Matching the symbols will cause everything to happen, like an increase in points or blocking holes on the board. Getting a ball in this corner lets you play a minigame as Mario, but he's not orange like the box art. Can we get justice for Orange Mario? You actually saved Pauline in this one because Peach wasn't a concept yet. I have no idea how this minigame works. I think you have to match colors to make the platform smaller. I don't know, I could just Google it, but I'm not putting more than 15 minutes of effort into these games. You're lucky if I even get to 15. It might not even be 10. There are these cards at the top and bottom screen that do something when you get all of them, and there are these chickens that, when you hit all 3 of them, blocks the side path. And that's about it. This game is inoffensive. It's a safe pick for the Black Box series, but nothing special, but you can't really go wrong with pinball. Now how about the multiplayer? It's the exact same, but you take turns, and even if I wanted to show it to you, I couldn't.
Yeah, so the last time I tried playing these games in multiplayer, I had to hold someone hostage, and I might have forgot to feed him, so now I have a rotting corpse in the middle of my living room. Can you blame me for thinking giving him a bottle of pickled peppers would be enough?
Anyway, it's time for some fucking golf. Golf. It's golf. It's your average old school golf game. Now, most people don't give a shit, but me? I fucking love golf. Feel free to call me a 40-year-old divorced dad, but man, it's fun to smack a ball across the fairway and accidentally hit a goose. In real life, of course. In this, not so much. I think the lack of music is a problem that goes for almost all of these games. They have little to no music, only having a title screen jingle, and this one doesn't even get that luxury. Being honest though, I don't mind this one as much as other people probably do. I like how it automatically doesn't pick the best club for you. You know, you have to actually think about it. It doesn't just go, oh here's a 5-iron, have fun bitch. You have to actually like think, like you're playing golf. But my main problem with this game are the courses. Not the layout or anything, just that these are the same courses they've been using in Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort and Switch Sports, so they feel almost generic, probably because I'm so used to them. Now yes, only half of the courses are on Wii Sports and Resort, but like, can you really tell the difference between hole 9 and hole 18? The only course I can actually tell you is the one with the funny shortcut. And at that point, that one's gone stale too. It was cool the first time, but at this point it's like, wow, I can get it every time, woo. Now, should you buy golf? No, buy NES Open Tournament Golf. It's a way better NES game, and outside of the NES we have the Wii Sports Mario Golf games, which are infinitely better, or any of the old Tiger Woods PGA Tour games are like $5. Jesus Christ, I don't know how we can talk this fast. So, in a vacuum, the game itself is fine, but unfortunately vacuums don't make for good living spaces, so I would pass on this one. Last up, baseball. Music to my fucking ears. Yeah, almost half of these games are filled with generic sports games, and none of them are really worthwhile. They all have the same issue as golf, where there are better alternatives on the NES and dear god elsewhere. Now, baseball in real life is fun, especially with the soccer variety. In this one, I have no damn clue what's going on. They tried to cram everything into this game, and it just overcomplicated everything, my god. The CPU AI is so stupid. It tries to catch steals like 5 times in a row. I haven't even figured out how to steal yet, and I think after the 3rd time, I wouldn't even attempt it. Now, of course this game would be fine in multiplayer, but due to circumstances, I can't show that. So here's some gameplay of me having no clue what's going on. You can bat with A, and you can move 1 pixel to the left and right with the D-pad sometimes. Pitching is even more boring. You select with D-pad what kind of throw you want, and then you hit A to throw. It's just Wii Sports Baseball, but without motion controls or the character that it has, so it's not nearly as fun. Even on the NES, this game is worthless. There are an infinite amount of baseball games that are either better or on par. RBI Baseball, Baseball Stars, Major League Baseball. Just to name a few, and there's like way fucking more. The only reason I own this game is because there was a chance it could have been an early NES game that was just a Famicom board and an NES adapter, and it wasn't, so I played it once and that was it. In conclusion, these games are mediocre. Or at least all the sports games are. Do not buy them. The other ones are good. Just to name a few, there are Balloon Fight, Excite Bike, Ice Climber, Super Mario Brothers, obviously, Clue Clue Land's kind of wacky, and then all the light gun games. Also throw Urban Champion in there. It's hot garbage, but it's kind of funny because Nintendo will re-release it whenever they breathe. Now, obvious solution to fixing how bad these games are. Play in multiplayer. Number 1, that's already out of the question. And number 2, any game is fun in multiplayer because no matter how bad it is, you just have fun because you're hanging out with someone else. Now, I'm not going to stop you from buying them. Who knows, maybe you're the number 1 NES baseball enthusiast, but you should be putting your time into getting justice for Orange Mario, damn it.
Justice for Orange Mario! I give up.
This really isn't working. Well, that was supposed to be fun, but all I did was play an okay pinball game, a mid-golf game, and a shitty baseball game. Now I have to go to this stupid trial. Let's hope it's not as bad as I think it is. Court is now in session for the trial of Orange Mario. Son of a... Make some switching cases.